On the IPO front, guys, we should mention SAP announcing, or actually they announced it in July, their plan, but they did file, or Qualtrics. It's a company they only bought a couple of years ago, but it was under the previous management when Bill McDermott was running the company. They bought it for about $8 billion. They're taking it public now, perhaps its valuation as high as between $12 and $14 billion. They'll still own about 80% of it, but it is part of sort of the plan under the new CEO to de-emphasize at least that part of their business. It has done quite well, Qualtrics at least perception-wise. Again, Bob, back to some of the multiples that are being paid for anything that comes with a cloud in the name at this point. You can see it is having a somewhat positive impact for SAP.
Well, the important thing here is this is part of the game of successfully floating IPOs, but particularly tech IPOs. And it's very simple. Float as little as you possibly can. Float 10% or less of it. And you get a lot of people talking about it. Everyone wants to talk about any kind of software as a service, any kind of software. There are customer experience software in the case of Qualtrics, whatever you want to call it, and let essentially the demand for that overwhelm the stock price. It's been a very successful formula. The same thing's happening here. So float a small amount of shares. They're going to control 80%, SAP, I believe, of the outstanding shares still. So here, this is a great idea. Let's float the thing. We bought the thing. Let's float it, and let's just sit around and let the thing go up, and we still control 80% of it. Think about it. It's a brilliant idea, and it's worked for the last several years. Why wouldn't it work now?
Yeah, well, it's certainly showing that it was, at least on paper, a decent acquisition, although, again, it may not be part of the strategy for the company going forward. But to your point, they are creating some value there.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.